Hello and welcome to our short presentation on time management in the RN2BSN program. So this is something that I want you guys to be thinking about as you go forward, as you start to think about what it looks like to be a student in the program. So a couple of things to think about. When you look at a typical week in the course, you will have usually readings and assignments to complete. I will pull up an example. Um, so for each week, you'll have readings to do. There may be posted articles or that kind of thing, and then you'll have assignments. This is what a typical week would look like. So you will have some readings in the textbook. You may have some other things to review, and then some assignments to do. So when you think, and so there'll be an assignment with the information here. Um, when you think about it, this class, you're going to need to consider how you're going to break up your week and devote your time. So how are you going to organize your week? And for a lot of y'all, your weeks may vary, and you may work, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday one week, and then the next week you're Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Some of you may have a more set schedule, but it's important to think about how we're going to make this fit into your life and start to make those plans. When I was in grad school, I didn't work on Tuesdays. Typically on a lot of units, people want to have Mondays and Fridays off, right? So they can have long weekends if they're off that weekend. And, most of the time, most people want to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the perfect world, right? So I didn't work on Tuesdays. That was my school day that I worked on school all day. And then I also worked another day that typically rotated based on what my schedule looked like for that week. So depending on if you work a course schedule, whatever it looks like for you, planning out when you're going to work is going to be the key to success. I've linked on the website a timesheet for you all to kind of look and think about. So we want you to if you want to do this on your computer or if you want to print it out, if you'll take this time management worksheet and bring a copy of it to your orientation, we'll talk more about it there. But if you'll work through this before, so let's take a typical week. Um, I'm going to say that I work in. I've already given an example of someone that works in a hospital. Let's say I work in a clinic, and I am there from 7:30 to 3:30 Monday through Friday. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and block off that time, and I'm going to make it blue. Oh, nope, I'm going to make it blue. Um, because that's the time I'm at work. So I know I'm not available then. Um, let's say we're going to build in some time before, and we can just keep making blue all the time for that you're not available. We're going to build in some time before and after for our commute, right? Um, and then let's say on Wednesday nights, Wednesday evenings, I have choir practice. And let's say I go to bed every night at 10 o'clock. So I left this 24-hour, you have this 24 hours for those of you that work day shift and night shift. And let's be honest, I'm not a morning person, right? So I am probably not going to get up early before work and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and mark out this time too. So for me, right off the bat, and let's say on Saturdays I go to my softball team, my co-ed softball team. We play Saturday mornings from 10 to 12. That's what I do every week. So then we start to look at what kind of time is available. Well, I also make dinner, right? So I'm going to go ahead and cross off 5:30 to 6:30. And then I have to eat on the weekends too, right? So I'm going to cross that off. I'm going to, give myself some time for breakfast. We all know I'm not going to get up early on the weekends, right? So we'll just go ahead and cross this off. Um, and then maybe I up to go to bed a little bit later on the weekends. Um, okay. So now when we take a look at this, this might be some available, this looks at our available time to do schoolwork. So you need, when you're thinking about 6 to 8 hours per week per course, this is how we can help plan. So let's say when we think about schoolwork, we'll make schoolwork. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Schoolwork red. Um, let's say starting out, I really need to sit down and get my week organized on Mondays. So I'm going to use my Monday evening time for organization uh, and planning for the week. And then I'm going to, I'll just call this planning so it doesn't mess up my formatting. Planning. And then I'm going to do start working. So you're going to start working on assignments here. And then it may be helpful also to think about when things are due. So for example, here, discussion boards are typically due by 8 o'clock on Thursday nights if you have one that week. And then all the assignments are usually due by Monday morning. So your weekly assignments are due. So this can kind of give you an idea. I'm going to work on Mondays. At the minimum, I do ask that you check your email, that you actually check your email every week. So keep that in mind too, or every day, excuse me. So let's say every night you plan on checking your email in the evenings. So we'll add in that time, and that gives you an idea of what's going on in the course, that kind of thing. So then you need to look at the rest of your time and you say, okay, well, I'm going to block out the day on Sunday from 9 to 5 to work on it. So that's a great chunk of time. Um, I know I've got some availability on uh, Tuesdays, and I can do Thursdays as well. So then you can go through and add up your time and be thinking about 6-ish hours per week for each course, and you'll have 3 courses. So looking at where in you're going to find um, 18 or so hours of time each week to work on your courses. Keep in mind that it's going to fluctuate. There are going to be some weeks that there's a little bit more in one course, a little bit less in another. We do work together as your course instructors to help make sure that you have some variability in the weeks. We try and not overload you on any certain weeks. So keep that in mind too, that we're trying to work together with you to make sure things are done. So what I would do when I look at this is I would set aside, and this may be something that just this may be something that you write on your calendars. This is the time that I do it, or block it out on your computer calendar, whatever you need to do. It may be that you say to everybody, okay, for this year, I'm in a year-long program at Appalachian. I'll have my BSN by the end of it, but on Sundays is when I do my schoolwork, and on Monday and Tuesday evenings or something. This is my dedicated time for it. I need to work during that time and do what you need to protect that. So, not signing up for extra stuff, or, when work calls on Sunday morning begging you to come in to help, depending on how much schoolwork you have, maybe if it's a lighter week, you could help in the afternoon. But if not, really making sure that you're protecting that time. Again, it's a year. We do have uh, winter break. We've got fall break. We've got a little break before the summer classes start. So, I'd plan vacations and that kind of thing during those times, and make sure that you're really protecting these times. So our faculty members will let you know how they wish to communicate. They'll post announcements talking about what the week looks like in the classes, and you'll have access to the entire class when you start. So um, if you need further help, let me know. Laura Vanderkam, you can also look this up. It's where this time management worksheet came from. She's got lots of other good tips on how to manage your time. Thanks for listening.